Ian and the Woman in the Mirror, Part 4. A story by Eby's Heart. Ian, who was fully possessed by a laddie, the woman in the mirror, ran away from home and travelled straight to Poco. She stayed in an abandoned hut in the middle of the thick forest. Every night, one or more deaths occurred in Poco, and her victims were all found with their hearts and parts of their heads missing. Soon everyone became terrified, as they do not know who it would affect next. Gradually, Poco village, which used to be very bubbly and lively, started becoming deserted. They were all told that Poco was suffering from the sins their forefathers committed. Meanwhile, Ian's mother had been to everywhere she thought Ian might be except Poco. She even reported her as a missing person to the police, yet nothing. Ian's mother knew her daughter had been the one responsible for the deaths in their village, but she wanted to see Ian first. Weeks turned into months, yet she couldn't find her daughter. But when she travelled one evening to Poco and saw the once bubbly village in ruins, she decided to seek help to find Ian faster. She went to the king and told him everything, but she was surprised that they knew it was a laddie, because the chief priest had already told them, but they couldn't do much because all Laddie family members had been killed by her. So it was a difficult situation, and to make it harder, they could not find Ian as well. And they have also received report from the people they sent to kidnap Ian from the city, when the killing started, that Ian's mother was also looking for her. Ian's mother was pained, so she volunteered herself to help in search of Ian, whom everyone believed was possessed by a laddie. Ian's mother, being her only family left, was told to cut herself and use her blood to invoke her daughter's spirit to fight a laddie. You have to do this at midnight, naked in front of her father's house, the chief priest advised Ian's mother. Ian's mother did as she was told, and Ian walked into the house weak and crying. Her mother hurriedly dressed up and hugged her. She was about to take her child back to the city that very night so that she can be delivered by a man of God. But to her greatest shock, the entire village gathered outside their house and demanded Ian to be handed over to them. Ian's mother realized that she was used to lure her daughter back so that they can burn her alive. The chief priest ordered the youths to tie Ian up. All Ian's mother's plea to allow her take her daughter to the city failed. They warned her to step back or join her in the fire. The only way to get rid of the spirit of this witch laddie forever was to burn the last of her kind, that is her descendant. That way, she will not be able to return and hurt the people of Poco again, the chief priest said, gyrating while the people chorused yes. Ian, who was so weak, was crying and begging them to allow her return with her mother. A laddie's spirit was temporarily subdued due to what Ian's mother did, making it easier for them to take Ian away. The chief priest and the villagers began the purification ceremony, and they tied a laddie's spirit so that she won't interrupt them. Few days later, Ian's mother, who was so distraught and heartbroken, watched her only child burn to death. Her scream stuck in her head and she vowed to pay the people of Poco back. She came out and saw the people of Poco celebrating and jubilating over her child's death. But what broke her completely was that they came in large group and asked her to leave Poco and never return again. Ian's mother cried and pleaded with them to allow her mourn her family, but they refused. Leave, your family have caused Poco too much pain, we don't ever want to see you in this village again. If we do, we will burn you like we did to your daughter, the elders said, and left. The Poco youths threw her out and set their house on fire. Ian's mother wept bitterly. She left for the city in pains. Ian's mother went in search of a girl her husband had from his mistress. She met the mistress, who was seriously ill. I am here to forgive you and your child, Ian's mother said, crying. The mistress was so surprised, because she still remembered how Ian's mother used tugs to beat her up when she showed up pregnant at her doorstep years ago. Ian's mother told them some part of her story, and asked to become part of their lives as she had no other family. The mistress, who was terminally ill, handed her daughter, who was 13 years old, over to Ian's mother, and pleaded with her to take her child as her late Ian, because she was dying. Ian's mother was so happy. She continued visiting them until the mistress died a year later. The mistress's daughter, Joy, moved in with Ian's mother. Ian's mother, whose only intention was to use Joy to harm the people who took her daughter's life, did not even wait for long before invoking a laddie's spirit. A laddie appeared in her mirror spiting fire due to anger. "This is Joy," Ian's mother said, pointing at Joy, who was sleeping. "She is your descendant. Take her like you did my daughter Ian, and kill everyone in Poco." A laddie hissed angrily and walked into the room from the mirror. She woke Joy up and tried to speak to her through the mirror, but was surprised Joy could not see her. A laddie told Ian's mother to ask Joy to look at the mirror. Joy did as she was told, even though she doesn't understand why. Instead of a laddie to possess Joy, a laddie screamed in pains and disappeared. Apparently, Joy's light was too bright that even a laddie could not manifest in her presence. Ian's mother was so shocked and upset, so she broke down and wept bitterly.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.